Good morning, YouTube. It's New Life for Jen, or Jen. Today is Saturday, January 21st, 2012. And I'm a day late and $1 short of making my 44-week post-op Lapband update. Okay, so, start of the journey was 264.8. That was on March 1st, 2011. That was my pre-op diet. Starting weight. Quick rundown, last week I was 148.8. This week I am 147.6. I'm 2.2 pounds away, or 2.4 pounds away from reaching goal of 145. Really wanted to see that number this week, and had a lot of issues with my back again this week, so my exercise kind of tapered off, and due to restrictions I was put under. So, yes, I did not reach goal, but I still had a 1.2 pound loss. And through this whole week, I've had a lot of moments of clarity, and I'm going to kind of explain that. My back really flared up on Tuesday. It's still really bad. Called the doctor. He put me back on muscle relaxers and pain meds and all that junk, which I do not like. That's kind of why I did the chiropractor stuff at the end of last year, because I didn't want to medicate that way, but it was to the point Tuesday I couldn't do it anymore. Literally just had tears in my eyes all day, because it was so overwhelming. And I can handle some pain, I'm telling you what. I can handle pain, and this was knocking me on my butt. So he, at that point on Tuesday, scheduled me to come in for Friday testing, and so Thursday night, no food after whatever hour, and nothing to drink, yada yada yada. And I go in there yesterday, and I found out some interesting things yesterday. In November of 2008, I found out I was 276.8 pounds. Because I had, while we're sitting in there, me and the his nurse, I said, hey, can you look through my charts and see, what the highest weight you guys have recorded for me is? And because I didn't have to use them for a referral for my lap band, because I paid for it myself in Mexico. So, I'm sure that all would have came up if I would have had to go through the insurance process. But it was 276.8 in November of 2008. Granted, my surgery was March of 2011, and I was 264. But interesting to find out that I was at 1.276, and I knew there was points I was probably much higher than what I was right before surgery. So that was interesting. Another interesting thing is that in that same year, in 2010, I found out that I was diagnosed with spinal stenosis. At that point, he said it was mild. I did physical therapy and was treated kind of with the same meds that I'm on now, and it just had gotten better. That was in August of 2010. And I'm guessing the reason why I didn't really pay attention to what he said at that point, and why I didn't take to heart, what it was, or, I'm the type of person where you tell me what's wrong, I do what you tell me to do, and then if it gets better, I'm good. Well, that was right after my dad had passed away, so there was a lot of stuff going on at that time, in that point of that year, so I probably just didn't pay attention. I just wanted it better, and if he said this and this and this was going to make it better, it made it better. And it did make it better temporarily. Always had pain and discomfort, but nothing unmanageable, and then had the surgery, and then August of this past year, it started flaring up. And then by November, it was like it was this week, unbearable. Started going to a chiropractor. That didn't help. I think he actually made it worse. And then decided in December, last month, that I was just going to be like, you know what? I'm done with the chiropractor. Let's get this figured out. And I wanted to wait for my insurance to reset because of deductibles, and I knew I was going to have major testing done, and I know it's expensive even if I have insurance, so I just kind of wanted to the first of the year. Well, lo and behold, we're at January 20th, and that's when I finally get in there. So yeah, spinal stenosis. It's a narrowing of some areas in your spine. So more or less, my back is under a lot of pressure. They did an MRI yesterday. They also did some X-rays to make sure, I guess, that there wasn't any other issues besides, what they had originally diagnosed in 2010. I'm not sure what kind it is, where it is located, none of that stuff yet until the testing and that comes back. So that's where that is. Hopefully I'll get some answers that, I've looked at it online, and you always get worst case scenario. He did mention yesterday, that because I asked him straight up, what are my options for treatment, and he had said, physical therapy, pain management. They would do injections in my back, which I was told that before. That could get it back to a place where I'd be able to it be manageable again, and doing different exercises and things like that to control it. Depending on how bad the degeneration is and where it's at, he said it would eventually maybe lead to a surgery. And that just, there's no way I can be down months or weeks with a back surgery. So that's not going to be an option anytime soon. So I'm going to have to learn to manage this without surgery being an option right now. There's just no way I can be down and out for that long of a time frame. With my family, with my business, there's just no way. So it's going to have to be me figuring out how to treat this, through exercise, the right kind of exercise, the right kind of diet, the right kind of, medication for right now, just to keep the spasming under control. Pam has been so awesome on giving me tips on what kind of stuff that they use or she uses. So I'm going to look into it this weekend, see if I can get some of that same kind of equipment, you would call it, to kind of help. Because I don't like being on the pills. He's got me on some pretty strong stuff during the day, and then even stronger stuff at night. And it's just uncomfortable. But that is that. It is what it is. And this was my moment of clarity this week. Tuesday, I was just like, I have been so gung-ho on this getting to goal, this number, this 145, and I had a moment of clarity last week too. I was like, wow, I'm in my lifetime maintenance range, 145 to 149, that's where I want to be, I'm there, and it's just like, but I wanted to hit this number, this 145, so I've just been crazy with these numbers, and this, really with the exercise, which is probably, like he said, why my back has really gotten aggravated. So there is, at this point, no kettlebells and no running until I get my test results back. But I think I've just, it's this number, this 145, it is going to be amazing to eventually see it, but I am not anymore going to stress it. When it comes, because I have to focus on getting this back figured out. I just have to learn how to manage and live my life and not worry about these numbers anymore. It comes to a point where, it's been 10 months. I feel like I've done amazing. I've gotten my food straight. I know how to eat. I know the right things to eat. I practically know every calculation in my head of what calories and proteins are for everything I normally eat. And I just kind of lay off all of these numbers. The scale number, the calories in number, I don't really worry about calories out at all. It is what it is. I move my butt, and whatever I burned, I burned. I don't try to figure that out. But, I do play with how many calories I take today versus how many I do tomorrow to try to change it up. So I'm just going to give these numbers a break. And the scale is going to be what it is going to be. I want goal, but I need to focus on getting my back to a sustainable point for me to even function and do my daily life that I need to do anyway with my family, my job, my schooling, my kids, just everything. So that's where I'm at this week. So 1.2 pound loss, 44 weeks post-op, total of 117 point something pounds down, and 2.6 pounds to go. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.